What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Jorge Razo Podcast. I'm very happy to have this next guest. Very good friend of mine from a very long time ago. Started in the music business, worked his way up to becoming his own boss, his own. The company is called Mira Real Estate.
Yeah, the Mira team.
The Mira team.
Yeah.
And it's somebody that I wanted to bring on here for a while. We stopped recording, and then I fucking told him, "Hey, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let's get this done." He was like, "Fuck it, let's do it." Set the date. Here we are, bro. Thank you for
Appreciate it, brother.
coming out, brother.
Appreciate you having me back on the first one back. On
Yeah,
your,
man.
Your little hiatus.
With the second one, we recorded last week, but bro, thank you for coming out.
Bro.
I wanted to talk to you, more so about we'll talk a little bit about the music, how you started in music and stuff like that, and then how you started expanding into a different business, had your eyes on a different business, and how you started your own company.
Yeah, for sure.
So if we can get into that.
Anything you said his name?
Ray Miramontes, guys. Ray Miramontes. Man, sorry. Behind the scenes, El Giostaro. Like we say every week, the main guy of the fucking thing. I'm just the face here. New Generation Barbershop. Everybody, thank you guys for fucking tuning in on another week, another episode. So yeah, bro, let's get into it, man.
Let's get into it. What do you want to know? Where do you want
everything
to
about you, bro. Where were you born? You're
Torrance, California, UCLA,
Harbor, UCLA, California. Born in Torrance, but raised here primarily in Long Beach.
Born and raised. 20 years.
¿Ya cuánto?
Bro.
Oh, longer. Fuck. No, ya estás bien viejo, güey.
31, bro.
You're 31 already?
31.
Man, 31 and fucking accomplishing so much, bro.
Trying, bro.
Yeah, man. So, hey, let's get into it, bro. Let's start off on your music career, bro. You're a big a fan of music, obviously. You started playing accordion, and that's how I met you.
Yeah.
As an accordion player. ¿A los cuántos años te fuiste metiendo? How old were you when you started, dabbling into music?
I was like 16 and a half, más o menos, por ahí, when
we
picked it up, but like like I've always been around it. My mom's from Sonora, Chalino, Miguel y Miguel.
Did you come from a family of musicians prior, or you were just kind of the first one to?
No, it's funny. So check it out. So we do kind of, but we didn't really know that. It's not like we knew, like, my uncle's a musician, I want to do this. This all happened just like by pure accident. But my mom's family, they're actually like pretty good musicos in Sonora.
Okay.
So, but again, no connection. It's not like what drove me to do it or anything like that. But I guess you could say that there is some connection.
Comes in the blood type thing.
So yeah, just growing up, that is big influence, and then on my dad's side, from Mexicali, anything norteño, so Ramon Ayala, you name it, Cadetes, Sergio Vega, like all these, all the norteños,
all those big norteño influences.
So growing up, just listening to that, and for me, it was always I was a big Relámpagos fan.
And what was the reason for you, grabbing the accordion? That was your main instrument, tu fuerte.
Yeah.
And during the time when you were playing, I can go off on a limb and say you were one of the best accordion players here in Long Beach during the time,
In Long Beach, there was like 3 of us.
There was like 3 of you guys.
So you were so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
It was like 2.5 of us.
No, but
that's
fucked up, my boy. 2.5.
I think so. I'm just saying, because some of us are part-time, man.
Yeah, no, but no, I mean, you really took off, man, during that time.
Yeah.
Again, this was during the time where Regulo, Gerardo Ortiz was barely coming up, back in what year was that, más o menos?
That was right before I graduated high school, so I picked up the accordion. So I graduated 2010. At that time, I was probably like a year and a half in.
You were probably like 2008 or something like that.
So about 2008, that's when we started playing, picked up the accordion. So going back to, you asked a question about how it started. I think it started, so around that time, that's when, who was hitting? It was like, dude, it was way before, like,
it was before Gerardo.
Gerardo was barely, like, Gerardo came after, but like, dude,
Tucanes during the time. At that time,
Tucanes were big, but not even that, though. It was like, there was like a little trend going on with, what's our boy's name that sings Solo Un Día? Like during that era, like Fidel Rueda.
Fidel Rueda. Oh, fuck. You're talking, yeah.
So during that phase, so you started seeing in high school, all the Paisa crews started coming out. So
that was when bandas were hitting like Machine.
Yeah.
I know like Recodo and all them were like hitting bad.
Yeah, but I never cared for bandas, you know.
No, but
Yeah.
like during that era, and
Right.
that's when stuff really
Well,
started
yeah,
transitioning
Recodo,
into.
you know, you had La Rayadora, they were fucking killing it. You know, they were top. You know, that's
Yeah.
what you hear left and right. That's when radio was big too.
Yeah.
So I guess what started was like this trend that you started seeing in school, like you know, paisa music, you know, norteño music started becoming cool.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think instinctually, you know, during that time, I was a big Lil Wayne fan. You know,
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
you know, you go through your phases. You know, I've liked norteño my whole life, but then you know, you go through certain phases where you don't want to be. You know,
You ever went through that cholo phase?
I went through a cholo phase.
Yeah, you went through that Lil Rob. You went.
Lil Rob. Who else? A little bit of Akon. That's as gangster as a guy. A little bit of Ice Cube. A little bit of NWA later on. But yeah, but you so
It's
you
like
phases.
gangster light. You know what I mean? It was
Light gangster. Yeah, gangster light, not the full. You know,
Not the full. Not the
like
fucking.
like the Bud Light. of
Yeah,
the
and
gangster.
you weren't you know, too dabbled in there. You weren't wearing the
Nah.
khakis or none of that.
No, I didn't go. Well, that was like way. We gotta
Yeah,
go way
yeah,
back. I
yeah,
don't think we
yeah.
have that time. We'll do it on another podcast.
Right, all right.
Yeah, we'll do it on the DeMille
On the-
podcast.
Oh
We'd
shit!
have to go back to there.
Back in the middle.
Yeah, but no, so yeah, so just in different phases and how it came up, you know, I think some of our friends started playing, you know, started playing accordion. Then you see one friend having the accordion, you see another one,
Yeah.
and that's always appealed to me, like the sound of an accordion. Like out of all the instruments, that was always the one thing.
Everybody
like,
wanted to play the accordion.
well, that was the one thing everybody
Yeah.
wanted to play for different reasons. My reason was because, like, I just liked the sound.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It looked hard. It sounded nice. You could tell, like, when you hear an accordion, like, you know, bajo sexto
Yeah.
sounds nice, guitar sounds nice, everything else, but bass, drums, but like the accordion sounds like, you know, it's one-on-one, you know?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
And then shout out to Frank. You know, Frank was, you know,
La
good
Formula
friend.
Frank.
I don't know who he plays with anymore, but
Yeah, he plays
shout
with La
out to him.
Formula.
So he had an accordion at that time, and at that time, you know, we had pretty good connection. We still do. Shout out. And he had an accordion, so he let me borrow it, brought it home, and when I got that shit, I was like, "The hell is this
The
thing?"
fuck is
You know.
this?
And then you get on YouTube, and that was early on too. That's early YouTube days, dude.
Yeah. But back when people would post videos and not even know what the hell they were talking about.
Nah, dude. So yeah,
From every 30 videos, 30 is a lot to compare to all the videos that were on freaking YouTube. But like to every 20 videos que miraba somebody trying to teach you the skill of fucking an accordion, like 10 of those shits were fucking wrong. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they didn't know much, and then you know nowadays, like, shoot, I hardly ever play, but you go right now, you could, dude. There's a library of everything you
Yeah,
want. You know,
yeah.
people sell them now.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a good business. But back at that time, so yeah, just picked it up on YouTube, started listening, and dude, for the first 6 months, just completely sucked.
Yeah, but there was a time que te dedicaste like fucking.
Oh no, I played. Yeah, my bad to cut you off. But,
No, te enfocaste like machine on the accordion. I
Yeah.
remember.
Well, yeah, you came later on, but you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
see
yeah.
that phase. But even
Ye-
during that phase, we were like macizo, you know. Then when
Yeah.
you and my brother, shout out to my brother too, Joseph.
Shout out to Joseph.
That's how we met, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, during that time, like when we got it, it was started off with just a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I was all right, you know. And then you learn one song or a little melody or a little
Yeah.
tonada, you know. And they're like, all right, I got this. He te animas, you know. And then 1 hour turns into 2.
Yeah.
And then I went like a span of practicing after high school, probably 3-4 hours a day, every
Damn.
day for like 2 years.
And it fucking, you know, transpired into you fucking, during the time, being fucking one of the top fucking accordion players, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say, you know, again, what, you know, your perspective, you know. I
That's my
appreciate that,
perspective,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but there was a time that we got pretty decent. We're like, you know, even hearing it from, you know, a monitor or something like that, we sound legit, you know,
Yeah.
when you hear it. So, and it takes a certain level to get there.
Yeah.
But it didn't start like that, you know. It took forever. So.
Well, during the
hours and
time,
hours.
Grupo Apoderado was fucking, you know, doing
Popping,
it.
dude.
doing it,
Yeah, popping.
But for the people that don't know, you know, Grupo Apoderado was one of the big grupos here in Long Beach during the
Yeah.
time. And again, when I say big, you know, big locally, you know, all the people around from Long Beach that like norteño or the norteño scene, they knew who Grupo Apoderado was. You know, again, there was only like fucking 4 grupos during the
Right,
time or so, but you know, these eran los mejorcillos de nosotros. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you guys had like a really good thing going on. You guys really had a good style. Baldo was a really good singer. He still is. I haven't fucking talked to him in a very long time, but you know, he's fucking a really
Solid.
unique voice.
Yeah.
During the time, I forgot who you guys had as a drummer.
We started off with Seco at first.
Yeah, and
So
then
shout out to Secos. Yeah. We had a rocker, we had a ska drummer because you know we started from like we assembled like this little. Our band was like something out of a cereal box. Just like
just
really,
fucking threw them everybody
yeah,
together.
So it's different now. Everybody's so much better because
Yeah.
of exposure. You get me?
Yeah.
But when we started, we had It's me, Valdo, Javi. Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to my dude Javi.
Oscar too. You know,
Oscar, yeah.
And what's crazy, we all started brand new. So everybody was brand new. Everybody was new to the music game.
Learning together.
Yeah.
Bro.
So we learned together. You know, obviously we all practiced together. You know, some of us got progressed a little bit more just based on time. You know, everybody had things going on, but you know, we learned together. And then our drummer was Seco.
Yeah.
With Seco first, we had a rocker drummer, and then we kind of, I don't even remember, to be honest, so long ago. We went through different phases of drummers, bro. We were borrowing drummers,
Then you guys ended up with my dude Eric.
Ended up with Eric?
With my dude, now he's known as Lonchera, but back in the day he was just Eric Mosqueda.
He's big time now.
Yeah, he's fucking big time now. Fucking awesome fucking drummer.
Shout out to Eric. But yeah, even now, like I see him, dude. Like when we got him too, I think he was just like reaching his, now he's a
beast.
Fucking he was always a beast, but now he's on a different level.
Yeah, because back then, he still had fucking, from his family, pues tenían una agrupación, and he was very skilled, very everything, but, trying to dabble into the more norteño scene and stuff like that. Yeah. So, like, when he joined you guys, like, that shit just kind of fucking...
Because he was playing, like grupero más?
Grupero, yeah, like some versátil fucking...
Versátil, yeah. He was good, though, dude, and he was, like, up on game. Like, that was the first time I met someone who was, like, passionate about their equipment.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he had a pretty fucking... nice drum set, everything very clean. Right. And then when you usually seen fucking drummers, like it had a crappy set, never really took care of their shit. This dude was constantly fucking cleaning his cymbals, constantly cleaning his fucking drums. And that dude was on another fucking level.
Well,
dude.
You remember the equipment that he had there too, like the whole setup.
Oh yeah, the whole setup.
It was sick in the little
There's
garage.
a couple videos, creo, parece todavía. I think it was Estilo Especial that you guys have on there.
That was pretty cool. The audio was good.
The audio was really good. At that time, the audio was fucking great. You know what I mean? And the video editing, I think Eric was the one that did that.
Yeah, he would put his camera at the end of the wall, and then we would just film right there. I remember. I think like I'm on the right hand side, and it was trip. I remember that day. We had just gotten off of work too. I was like, dude, we were grind, dude. Practice twice a week.
Yeah. Something that people fucking don't do now. And by that, I mean me too. You know what I mean?
You don't practice anymore? You mastered it.
Nah, fuck.
You got your 10,000 hours in.
Hell nah.
Enough.
Nah, man.
10,000 hours in?
I got a lot. But, you can never fucking stop practicing, man. Especially.
Yeah,
practice
is different than performing.
Yeah.
And then you get complacent into just playing the same stuff, and you play what? 80% of the same songs,
Yeah.
So you can get by just like whatever.
Yeah, and it's sometimes a little boring too, because a veces, like my boy, I don't be like, fuck, Jorge, you play the same shit. And I'm like, what, motherfucker, like what?
Well, that's how it's always. You go based on
what
they're asking for, right?
what they ask for, stuff
they're paying,
like that.
You play.
And so, like, during the time, you guys are fucking practicing, you guys are fucking working. You were working. Were you working during that time?
Yeah, I was working. I was working down the street. We're in Signal Hill right now. I don't know if you can see the sign.
I don't know if you can see the fucking...
Yeah, but New Generation, shout out to them too, to Moyencito. I was working down the street with my dad on 28th Street right here.
The signs.
The sign company.
Okay.
So fresh out of high school, working a full-time, sign installer job.
Yeah.
And doing that from, anywhere between 5 to 5 p.m., 12 hours some days, and then going straight to... But, dude, those days were different. Like, I wish I had that energy.
Ah, man, you still have that energy, bro. I still got that energy.
I don't know about that, man. It's hard, though. It's hard.
I mean, I stay, me quedo dormido sometimes in the fucking car, just fucking, I guess it's get.
But it was different, though. You remember, you get out, dude, we would get out right away and then go straight to the recording, or sometimes we had gigs, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like
back when we didn't have responsibilities. You know what I mean?
It's called life, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot easier when we were younger, huh?
Cuando no tenías tantos pinches biles encima,
Yeah.
And so, if you guys still haven't seen those videos, go check them out. Grupo Apoderado. It's on YouTube. The one I remember that for sure is on YouTube is Estilo Especial. I don't know how many more videos are on there. Maybe Gio can check right now in a little bit.
Right.
See if he could fucking check it out.
Drop the link to the best one. Don't go looking at there's some trash in there too.
There's some one at Sevilla's. There's some fucking...
No, the Sevilla one's pretty good.
Was it the one where Javi was naked or the...
No, that was Mariposas, dude. That's when he was a part-time stripper.
That was a fucking part-time bass player, part-time stripper.
Yeah, so that was on Mariposas. But there's videos at Sevilla, some at Malecon. The Malecons were, at that point, the ones that are there. Again, but you can find some good ones, and then you can find some really bad ones.
Yeah, don't go looking through mine fucking videos either.
Oh, no.
We gotta
go for one. If you post one of ours... Post one of theirs.
No.
Put it right before.
Do me a favor and don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
We were los más malos ahí de fucking Long Beach.
What was your group name?
Plaza Norteña. Grupo Apoderado. Oh, yeah. That's when you guys recorded at fuck. El Callejón. With,
Lonchera was there too.
Yeah, Lonchera was there.
You know Eric too?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, wait, this is you, huh?
That's me.
Oh, fucking shit, dude. No.
Damn, that's
What-
dirty, bro.
Bro, what are we just fucking talking about right now, bro? We're talking about his grupo, him being in the grupo.
Dude, that's 18 years old, bro. That's
Está bien
crazy,
guapo.
bro. 13 years
güey.
old. I would die to fit in that little that top again, bro.
Yeah,
that
if
on
you can
there,
put
bro.
that on the screen, put that on there, put a link.
Zoom in too, bro.
Yeah,
Zoom
yeah,
into the waist, bro.
Zoom into the size 28 fucking jeans, you know?
27 and a half, bro.
Oh,
Solid.
fuck.
Yeah, the pride on that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Nah.
Probably a 30.
It's
Solid.
probably solid
It's like
30.
30. Yeah, we're working our way
Well,
back down.
yeah. Hey, you working your way back down? You hitting the
I'm
gym
trying.
again?
I'm trying.
You at one point you fucking dropped machine.
I know. It's funny though. We're in well, you remember that, right?
Yeah.
That's when I hit the diet like hard. But I remember it's funny that we were here with Moy.
Uh-huh.
I remember I went to Moy's house during that time, and it was like the first month that I went, and I was in drinking, I was eating good, and then Moy had like a gig. You might have been there too, at his mom's house on the west side.
No, I don't think I was there.
So I went there, and dude, I was super strict that day, and we get there, and like everybody's offering me beer, and I'm like, no, I'm good, and then Moy's mom's like, hey, get us algo. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want anything. And like she's observing. And then it's funny because Moy still to this day is like, hey, fucker. My mom was like, she's thinking high of you because you didn't drink that day. You were all strict. And she's like, no, si supieras.
And this is a best que dio un pinche guayno a la
It was just during
chingada.
that time. No, it was just a little phase. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
during that time you were in the gym machine. You were fucking just
yeah.
working out sick.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
We'll get there again. Do another podcast.
Hopefully. What you gonna get through, Ozzy? Handle, my boy, handle. No te
We'll pass
agüites.
through, bro.
Ahorita, si te grabo las nalgas, güey, nomás no te agüites, güey.
Can you put that in?
Yeah, we can fucking...
Bro, take your pants off and just walk through.
Or you
That'd be
can move the
sick.
camera away.
Oh, edit it out, huh?
Oh, we'll blur it. He'll blur your butt out, way. He's gonna watch it because he's gonna fucking have to edit it.
And send me a copy for a friend.
Nah, don't it.
I had that third leg.
All right, padre, cuídate, güey.
Ozzy,
Good,
take care,
good.
bro.
Yeah, güey. So,
Yeah.
going
we're at.
going back to it, for a while you were fucking hitting this music thing, you were fucking working, doing all this thing. At one point, you were just like, I'm done with music, or not necessarily, done with it in a general sense, but you were just like, I'm not gonna be gigging no more. Or what was the reasoning behind that?
Like probably like a couple reasons, one, the band kind of just everybody was getting
Yeah.
busy and doing their own thing, and which is at that time, you're young, you're so attached to the band, but people had to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
So you look at that part and just trying to rebuild and get someone who's loyal,
Yeah.
to the band. Not saying that any of them weren't, I'm just
Yeah,
saying like
yeah.
just to rebuild a group that's
So
gonna be
find somebody that's gonna dedicate the
to
same
one-
amount of dedication
yeah, exactly.
that you do.
Because that was one thing. Like, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. And then you get to a point too where you're up there. You're 20, 22, 23, dude, and then like you're realizing like, damn, dude, am I gonna? Because dude, when you go through that phase, dude, when you get pretty decent, and you
Yeah.
start talking to people, and you're like, oh, Pepe Garza's gonna get you guys.
Yeah,
Or like, you start thinking like, all right, am I gonna make money?
Yeah.
But then realistically, like, all right, am I, gonna do this for the rest of my life?
Do I want to do this for the rest
Yeah,
of my
so
life?
I was like, you know what, I don't, it's my passion again, but it's not my career. So that's when I was like, I had to step out. I can't be doing both things. You get me? So,
Yeah.
And then the gigging, it was just too much.
Yeah.
The gigging, the practicing, the commitment. I'd be doing a disservice if I told the band that we were doing it.
Yeah.
And then we were just doing it for money at the end, and it just didn't feel,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you aside from loving it, you kind of gotta, you have to see what it's really doing for you.
Right.
A lot of times we're kind of stuck on this idea that, oh yeah, I love music, I'm gonna keep doing it, and sometimes it doesn't fit your schedule the right way.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not, you got so much stuff going on that you don't have time for it anymore, and to, like any job, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it 100%. If not,
Right.
why the fuck are you doing it?
Yeah, and that was part of the reason too. Like I think 2013 is when I started like just digressing from from gigging.
Yeah.
You know, and practicing, and just like all those things I mentioned too. Like at that point, you know, everybody was kind of doing the same thing too.
Yeah,
like everybody had
yeah.
responsibilities. You grow up, you know, you can only be young so long without responsibilities, and then. And at that time, I was starting my real estate career.
Yeah.
You know? So I did it for like a year in 2013. That was the first year I got into real estate. I left my job. I left my job that I had at that point. At that time, dude, it was like pretty decent job. We getting paid like $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Fucking 19, you know.
19, making
pretty decent.
making
some
more
gig
than
money, dude.
yeah.
Like, so it was good. So I left that, you know, to take a lower paid job to get into real estate. And then at a certain point, I realized like, all right, I could keep gigging, doing Saturday gigs, Sundays. Yeah. But then what's the cost of, you know, what's it holding back, you know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was waking up on Sundays like tired, you know, crudo sometimes. I was like, yeah, all right, dude, I can't do this. You get me? Like, it's got to be one or the other, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like phases, you get me? Like real estate was no longer the, you know, I mean, sorry,
the music was no longer the priority.
Yeah.
And so you start going into your real estate business, or your, you know, dabbling into real estate. So first you get your license.
Yep. 2012.
So for a lot of people that don't know real estate, or don't know the business in and outs of the business, do you just automatically off of the back you have to apply for your license, or do you have to train or something, or what do you do? What are the steps to becoming a licensed realtor?
It's pretty simple. You just take an online course nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Take the courses, a couple hours of courses. You get your certificates. Go take a test, and that's it.
During the time that you were starting to...
Yeah, you still do it. It's probably even easier now.
Okay.
Like I was taking classes at an actual spot, physical spot. Now you don't need them anymore, you know? Yeah.
Now you just do it online.
Technology, you know?
Yeah.
So you pay your $300, take the course, pay your small fee to take the test, and you're good to go.
And so during that time, you started working for a real estate company, or did you work for, an independent realtor? How does that work? Like, how did you...
So at that time, I was applying for jobs left and right, and I was going to interviews, and dude, I was young, and I had never gone through the corporate work because I only worked at that job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I knew that. I don't even know how I knew this looking back into it. I knew that I wasn't going to get straight into like a sales job. You know what I mean? I don't know how I knew that, but I knew if I could attach myself to someone who knew a little bit.
Yeah.
And through a mentor or something, then I could progress from there. So I started applying left and right, and then luckily I found a job on Craigslist right here down the street on 28th Street at a Long Beach office with a team. And I started working with that team. Little did I know that team was the number one team in Long Beach at that time.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Do you know what team that is?
Yeah, it was the Carter Group. Shout out to them. Still boys, you know?
Yeah.
Me and my guy Scott, shout out to him. We got this office here at Circle Real Estate. So, 10 years later.
Yeah.
But, so that's how I started. So I started working with them, and I asked for any job, you know what I mean? Like a base job. So at that point, I was property managing, doing a little bit of, what I could on my end as far as like regular real estate, which is, if you're not familiar, showing properties, touring, closing, checking on them. So really basic stuff. So that's how I started.
Well, what seems basic to you, for people that don't, have an understanding of, real estate, it's fucking a lot of paperwork and a lot of fucking, meeting clients and a lot of negotiations and a lot of, which, like you said right now, it's a lot of basic work. Nah, bro, like this, nothing's really basic.
No, it's not basic, but the concept of it, like the real estate side of it, it sounds big, because even at that point, dude, like I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. And
so you start learning the in and outs of the business through a mentor, an employer, right? So, and then at what point does your mind start to shift where you're like, you know what, I want to do my own thing, or I want to go ahead and open up my own business, my own real estate group, my own team. How does that come about?
So about year 3, year 4 is at that point I've sold. So I did about 100 units, like 100 sales, so 100 units.
Yeah.
So I helped 100 people buy and sell real estate in the first 3 years. So I did like 33, 34, and then like another 31. So just a little over 100. And then at that time where I worked, things were different. Like things worked a certain way. So, versus me trying to change things, I respected what was there. And I just said, all right, I'm not going to put my request on what it is that I want. I respect this. I'm just going to go do my own thing.
Okay.
And then just took that back.
How difficult is I don't mean to go too much into finances and stuff like that, but as a real estate agent, you make a good amount of money. Every time you close on a property, every time so like you have I would like to say stable income. You have a job.
Yeah.
And then you are taking a big risk to start your own business, to start your own thing. Like, how difficult was that decision for you? Was that difficult at all, or was it like something you're like, you know what, I gotta go ahead and do this?
No, it was hard, bro. It was really hard. Taking that leap of faith, that's probably one of the biggest ones. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
even when I took that job, bro, like my dad was like, dude, he was like, congrats,
Yeah.
I got the job, and then and I told him it's commission based though.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh shit, you're not gonna be able to do it. You get me? So, so just little, so like going back to, it's hard, but you got to find little things like that,
Yeah.
So, that's a little spark of motivation, like on top of what you already have,
Yeah, it's just a lot of people are, tied into their, 8 to fucking 4 job, whatever the, what are the hours? Yeah.
9 to 5.
9 to 5. 9 to 5 usually whatever people 8 to fucking 3. You're used to your 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
No mames, qué pendejo. So yeah, like you're used to your 9 to 5s. You're used to your stable income. You have bills on top of that. You're already an adult at that point. You already have stuff to lose, como
Right.
quien dice.
Yeah.
And then, to take a leap of faith and then fucking try to do something for yourself, try to do something on your own thing. Because you have to understand, like, you're not dabbling or gambling somebody else's money.
Right.
You're gambling
It's
your
my
own money. You're gambling your own it's your fucking lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
It must be difficult. And I mean, I know it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like, gosh, you really have to have a certain amount of, ¿cómo se dice la pinche palabra?
Faith, bro.
A certain amount of faith. Yeah, faith.
That's what it is.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that, and luckily you were able to accomplish. And not luckily, because it obviously takes, dedication, skill. It takes a lot of stuff, not just luck, but a lot of people would like to say that.
Yeah, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
You get me? And then, but yeah, it takes faith. You know what faith means? I looked it up the other day.
No.
Have you ever looked up faith?
No, I have never looked up
To have the belief in something that hasn't happened, or that
okay.
that
So-
hasn't happened yet. So
So when people say that the faith of God, that does that mean that it hasn't happened yet?
dude,
I'm just joking,
not-
bro. No.
I'm a believer. You believe
No,
whatever you
no,
wanna believe,
just
you get
joking,
me?
bro. I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's the same thing though, but you believe though.
Yeah, you believe.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
you believe that. So, but yeah, just having that leap of faith, because it's hard, dude. When you go into real estate, there are no checks. You get me?
Yeah.
There are no checks. But going time back to that, so when I did transfer though, I had a plan though. When I transferred, I was still gigging. So
Yeah.
I still had like some pay from the new job, but it was like pennies, dude.
Yeah.
It was pennies, and then but the gigs were helping. So going back to music, I was
Yeah.
still gigging at that time, like year 1.5.
Yeah.
Like so,
Of real
2013.
estate, yeah.
Yes, 2013. I think the last like final gigs I did was like 2015.
But I see that like a lot of the open houses and stuff like that, you do is on Sundays.
Yeah.
So like you would be all crudo, all tired on fucking Sundays.
That was rough, dude. It was rough. Yeah, the first couple of years,
Yeah.
because I did. I can't even count. I did maybe somewhere between like 50 to 75 open houses the first year.
First year.
And that was like during the weekend, and then you're all over the place. You get me? Like you wake up tarde, and then you had to go pick up the set that you left at at the house.
At the house,
And you
yeah.
go get the speaker system, and then go back and drive and set up, and you're tired, like you said. So it was rough. That's where I started making the decision. All right,
I can't keep this
I
up.
got to do one or the other. You get me? Because how much is one suffering? By doing one, and not just focusing.
Again, it's another difficult decision, because it's something that, you grew up doing, like you fucking love music, you love performing, you get some type of, would you say, like a fucking high from it, you know what I mean? Like you enjoy it, you're jamming out, you're having fun, you're with your guys, you're fucking playing and playing and playing. So it's like to just fucking up and leave that, it's a fucking difficult decision. Again, like everything, when you decide to leave your job. it's that leap of faith. When it's you're faced with a lot of difficult decisions in life, and luckily, it's worked out for you.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It felt like when I stopped playing music, it felt like a little funeral, you know?
It feels like that, definitely, because even like
Yeah.
when we stopped doing the podcast for like fucking 10 months, I got fucking like
You cried?
agüitado. Nah, I didn't fucking cry. I didn't cry, but like
It's all right. Ben, cry.
I mean, I cried a little bit, de vez en cuando.
Zoom into that clip.
Zoom-
Send it to me.
send
I
it to
need
me. AI,
Yeah.
please. No, like it
Zoom in. He's going to cry.
I'm fucking crying right
He's
now.
getting emotional.
So I started. Nah, look at that. No, it was like I would like fuck. I really want to do a podcast,
Yeah.
and then my boy fucking Ronaldinho over here fucking stopped because he was starting to play soccer, and I like I can't do this shit on
World
my
Cup.
own.
Yeah.
And so like it was just like fuck, like I would love to fucking record. I want to fucking do shit. And then I would see buddies post their podcasts and stuff like that, and I just be like fuck, I wish I was still doing mine, and
Yeah.
and it sucks. And it's just like you're used to something. You're used to the consecutiveness of fucking just every week, fucking making the time for it, doing it, and then you just
Right. Just cut it. Stop.
it's like a fucking empty feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking there. You, on the other hand, you can still play at the house. You can still fucking jam out, but it's not the same.
It's not. No, gigging, yeah. It's playing, like, even like getting together here is like a way different high than just picking it up, But yeah, I agree, dude. It's, you know what that is? It's passion. You're
Yeah.
passionate about it. That's why it hurts so much, But it's still there, Like, I think it's a good hobby. Like, I think the muscle memory,
Yeah.
of it, but it's not the same, I think you set your expectations. You get me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
At first, it was hard. Like, damn, I can't believe I'm playing. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? And then after a while, you're like, it's okay. You start letting go.
Yeah.
You get adjusted, and at this point, I'm like, I'm okay with it. Now, like, what bugs me now is like, I don't want to lose the skills. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, I can't go too long where, like, let's just say 20 years. I'm like, oh shit, I can't even play. Mi golondrina or something like that. Or,
Yeah.
like right now, I forget the scales sometimes. Like,
But you still have an accordion, no?
I still have one. Yeah, a really shitty one. Frank has my accordion. I need it back.
I need it back.
need it back.
I'll let him know.
I have a Honor. Yeah.
I remember. I mean, you ran through a lot of accordions because I remember you had
Yeah.
a bunch of accordions, and when we talk about accordions, they're not cheap. You know what I mean? Like I think you even had the Gavanelli. If I'm not mistaken, you had the Gavanelli, the anniversary one.
Yeah, that was sick.
The wood one, no,
Yeah.
that was fucking beautiful, dude. I think it was like gold. I mean, how was that?
Yeah, it was like all brown. It was all brown and had like gold letters and Gavanelli and a pretty cool font. And then, yeah, so I had that one. The first accordion that I had was the one that Franklin bought. That shit was sick. It was a Honor Corona Dos.
Oh,
Verde,
those,
verde.
yeah.
So 31 buttons. That one was sick. Dude, I want to buy one of those so bad. I had that one. Then I got my Gavanelli, Cinco Registros de Fa. It was a like 2-colored one.
Did you ever have the Mexican flag one?
No, I wanted that one though.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted that one. I still want that one. So then after that, I jumped from.
But now it's more accessible, I think.
I know, but everything's so expensive now.
Yeah.
Everything's so expensive. But yeah, so then from there, jumped from the Gavanelli to what did I have? I traded this guy for a Gavanelli and some money, which that was a pretty decent trade. And then from there, I bought another Gavanelli from Texas. But I was always moving I was always selling them. You get me?
Okay, so you would always sell them and then fucking grab a different one.
Yeah, I was never buying. Dude, hell no, dude. These accordions like $4,000 or $5,000.
$5,000.
Yeah, I don't know how much they are now, but
I'm pretty sure they're fucking even more expensive, especially if you try to find that Mexico flag one. I'm pretty sure it's pretty pricey because you have to understand that they're not making the same fucking accordions anymore.
Well, Gavanelli, they stopped making them. Like,
Yeah.
Well, they cut back, because all the competition. But nowadays, dude, I see people with, I don't know, random ass accordions. But I do want to buy a Honor. That's one of my. I'm gonna buy a Honor maybe next year.
Was it Compadre?
I want to buy a Corona, either a 34
Oh
button.
no, sorry, not Compadre, Corona, yeah.
Yeah, I want to buy a Corona, but with all the buttons. You get me? Because normally Honor Coronas only have 31.
Uh-huh.
They don't have a full set like Gavanelli.
I think it's like 33, no, or 34.
Is it 31? 34. 34
Okay.
is full. So
Yeah.
they have one with 34, like solid, just clean, crisp. So I'm
As
gonna get one
opposed
of
to
those.
31, which is like the Panther, como quien dice, right?
Simon, yeah, Panther,
Yeah.
más sencillo. So I want to get one of those, but eventually we'll see, But then
Yeah.
I want one with registros, and then something I want with 4 hieleras. You know, I had one with 4 hieleras too.
Oh yeah.
You know, Juan Villarreal style. So
Damn, bro, you
been through it all, bro.
you went through it all. Now, going back into your business, you know, for the first couple of years when you started your business, how was that? How was that process? How was that whole, you know, building up? How did you work that out?
Like everything, like the accordion, took time. You know,
Yeah.
you suck at something for a very long time. You know, and if you keep showing up at the door, you know, you get better. So day by day. But in business, it's different. You know, because it's a little bit different, right? Because it's your livelihood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, not that music wasn't, because at that time we were making money, but when you get into business, you know, it was hard. You know, you had to learn so many things that you learn, especially in real estate, like anything.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to do your trade. You know, starting off, there's so many things I need to learn.
Yeah.
So it was the same thing here. You know, working a shitload of hours. You know, everybody. So look, here's the number one thing. If you don't know this, and if you're watching, if you're thinking about getting into real estate, everybody wants to get in. Anybody you ask that works in real estate why they want to do it is because of the money, the lifestyle, and the flexibility of your schedule.
Yeah.
None of that should exist.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you, because you be having days that I'm just like, damn, you're working at this hour right now.
Bro, I just got off right now.
Yeah.
I was at the office till 7. Been doing shit for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, so the first couple of years, just grinding, like nonstop hours and just doing everything and anything, you know, and just falling, what they call it is falling forward. So just, you know, fall, get up, you know, but at least you progress, you know? So a lot of that, a lot of calls, a lot of open houses. Yeah, dude, just grinding.
And so that was your fundamental years, your beginning of your own company, your own business. And the thing is, again, when you get into your own business, you're gambling, again, your livelihood, you know, your own money. You're not gambling somebody else's money, and that's where it gets a little difficult. Mm-hmm. You have to put in that extra effort because you have to make sure you come out on top. You know what I mean? And that's where it becomes difficult. Now I see you have a bunch of videos, a bunch of, you know, stuff on social media. You're real heavy on that. And how has that, you know, benefited your company, your business?
Yeah.
For the people that, you know, would want to start their own business, or for the people that would want to, you know, get into whatever business it is, you know. I know social media has been a big help for you, you know, if you can, you know, further elaborate on that.
Yeah.
On all the content that you share.
Yeah, so we really picked it up. So I've always been doing some kind of version of social media because, you know, after a while, you realize it's just your advertising piece. You get me? And for most of us, you know, we're not on. I don't know. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not on TikTok, but that's, you know, like. But again, for most of us in our era, like
I hardly get on it though.
You go.
I know I hardly get on it. I swear I just do it.
I saw a video of you dancing.
Bro, I don't think I did, but that.
We'll put it on the screen.
All right, put it on. If you find you know what? If you find a picture of me dancing,
oh, I have one. I'll go through the archives. I'll find one.
If you you're talking. I'm talking about making a dancing video for TikTok. If you ever find a video of me dancing, I think I hit rock bottom at that point.
Yeah.
But all right,
or you're having fun. But
all right, yeah.
Yeah, but so the majority of your people that you know, it's a good market. They're your age, you know, they follow you on Instagram. They're seeing you, so it's the best way to advertise yourself. So for any business, you get me? It could be like right now, what I see a lot of barbershops. I see a lot of landscapers, you get me? Real estate, of course. People who are killing it right now is the people in the cosmetic field. Like I see so many people that are killing it that never had this opportunity, you get me? So like, and it's free, you know, you control it, you get me? And then, but also you have to get good with it. You know, so you know, because the type of content, the quality, you know, it affects directly, you know, to your pocket.
Now, how long should an average person, you know, take on making a couple videos? Because I know they are time consuming, the editing, you know, the fixing. You were explaining a couple things off air about, you know, how to facilitate, you know, that whole process. And if you could share that with people, that'd be it.
Yeah, well, nowadays, like, these apps are pretty crazy, but, like, as far as you could save so much time, and there's apps, like I was telling you, there's apps now that edit your stuff automatically. You know, you could, the average time on editing a video and recording it, and even content now, like, you can even say that, like, you go on ChatGPT, write me a script, here's what I'm thinking, you know, make it sound like me, you know, put a cuss word in there, you know, and just, you know.
You can do all that stuff?
Yeah, you could do all that. Yeah. You do not?
I had no idea, bro.
Oh, my God. I'm on the wrong podcast. I'm just kidding. Gio knew that, right? You didn't tell this guy?
I'm not tech savvy like that,
you
bro.
Put it up on the screen right there.
I swear to you, like the amount of time that I spend on my phone is minimal. Like
it's different, yeah.
It's I'm working all day, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm out on the field. I'm fucking.
You don't have the time like that. Yeah.
I don't have the time like that. And when I'm not fucking on the job site, I'm driving back home.
Right.
So it's like it's hard for me to get into, you know, those fucking new era ways of doing shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I like seeing like all these new construction videos. Fucking when people are doing their fucking forms or when they're pouring concrete, I love watching that stuff. Again, I don't have the time to make all those videos.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to go and record my fucking. It's really hard to fucking set a fucking camera and then lay fucking a whole form for concrete. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
it's and then try to fucking do the video, try to do all that stuff. All the people that are actually posting those videos are actually, you know, are people that already have a well-established company to where they can fucking have people work it and then they can fucking, you know, take care of all that.
To a
that
certain
aspect of
degree,
it, yeah.
you know, I'll challenge you. You can do it.
I can do it. Yes, definitely. I can.
Yeah. I could challenge you a little bit and say,
Yeah.
you can. You do. You get me?
It's just right now at this moment, it's a.
You don't see it right now.
It's a little.
With what you have.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
But yeah, like in that instance, you give me like it doesn't take that. Well, going back to how long does it take? It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long for you to grab your phone, you know, and record your guys doing something at a house, which you do. You get me?
Yeah.
You could plan all this shit out too. That's the thing with you that's relevant.
Yeah.
For us, like it has to be. For us, it has to be day by day, almost. You get me? Like, we can't post a house I've sold 9 months ago, but you can post work from a year ago.
Yeah.
You could plan all this shit out on your weekend. So I would say that you just need to, you know, grab a couple of videos and just and send it to a dude on Fiverr. You know, do you know what Fiverr is?
I haven't heard of that one. But
So Fiverr is a website. There's like independent contractors on there that like edit, create website, anything you name it, dude.
Yeah.
They charge you per project. So you go on there and just send them the videos and just say, hey, make me this nice video. You get me? But nowadays you have AI videos. You know.
Yeah.
And then you could just put like, the editing is no problem, dude. You could like you go on ChatGPT and just say, hey, look, help me describe, you know, what it is that we just did in this job. You know, put like a little call to action. So like at the end, put the cost. You know, use emojis, and it just boom, puts it on there. And then so recording and like everything's just prepared quick, you know.
So basically, you just have to have all the fucking recordings.
Yeah, but it's preparation too. You get me? So, but nowadays you can do that. Go on ChatGPT. There's you go on CapCut. There's a teleprompter. You copy it on there, and it doesn't even look like you're looking at the camera. I mean, at the prompter, it looks like you're looking at the camera. You record that video, and dude, you could be on a job site and be like, look, we're at Newport Beach today. And you're reading the, pouring foundation here for I don't know whatever this is gonna be.
Yeah.
And then you just save it and then just schedule it for the week. You get me?
Yeah, because I see you're real heavy on doing stuff like that. Like you'll walk the job site. You'll walk the property.
Yeah.
You know, you explain a little bit about this. You explain this, and then like that's pretty dope, man. I need to get into all that stuff too.
Yeah. Well, you got to market the product. You get me? You got to market yourself, but that's how you market yourself. Like people. So, for example, you want to market what you do because people are going to be more appealed towards that first.
Yeah.
Then you sprinkle in yourself, and what it is that makes you special, right?
Yeah.
And different. So, but to capture audience, and your market share, you're going to have to like put what's the bulk out there, what people want to see, which is, you guys doing the work. When I see it too, like, dude, I see it, I'm like, damn, this looks pretty cool. You get me? Like, it's capturing.
Yeah.
And then as you do it more and more, you get more followers. Followers, people share. Followers turn to consumers, and you just keep doing and repeating.
Whole business model behind.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Most of our clients come from Instagram at this point.
Yeah, we fucking learn something new every day. Right?
I thought we were stopping. I thought
No.
he was gonna,
No.
I thought he was going to pull his Instagram. and
Nah, I'm
start
just
doing
about to
that.
fucking start doing that shit right now. All right, Ray, can you show me exactly where I'm gonna fucking
I'll show you another podcast.
No,
We'll do
yeah,
it.
definitely. Wanted just to ask you about your team. So how important was it for you to build a good team, a good foundation, and who did you start recruiting in the beginning when you started doing all this on your own?
So it's very important because to a degree, it's an extension of yourself, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard though, because like you probably went through this, letting go. You get me? Like you almost want to do it at first. Everything you want to do everything. You're too scared to, leverage or hire someone because you're too worried about all these little things. So I didn't want to start a team at first. I started small. I hired my cousin. Olivia. And then after a while, we went through that phase where we were just working like that. Then, it happened and I hired my sister. My sister worked with me. Then we were running and operating as a team, selling 40, close to 50 houses. And then, people take their own routes, and start their own teams. And I'm kind of in a rebuild phase right now where we have a solid group of people right now. And you just identify people based on, number one, if they're hardworking, curious, I would say, I don't know if this is the right word, like humble, the people who listen, because I listen a lot.
Well, definitely, because you want somebody that's actually, they need to understand that there's a reason why you're where you're at. You know what I mean? They have to understand that there's a reason why you're in charge, or what you have a lot to teach people, and they need to be able to actually listen.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to be on your team, on your, because at the end of the day, you're the one in charge. You're the one that has to fucking take the good and the bad. You know what I mean? So they have to be humble enough to know, like, hey, you know more than me. Guide me. You know what I mean?
And on the flip side too, sometimes they know more than you, and you got to be able to.
And you got
be okay with that too. But it's hard, like growing a team. You know that. You know, the responsibilities and just making sure. Like, I'm a control freak too. Like, even we can go to every single little thing that I've done. Even to the music, I was so controlling. I'm sure the guys could tell you, like, probably came off as an asshole at times, but I was just a perfectionist. You get me? Like, you probably saw it too. We would cut band. Remember we would cut practice. Like, you're doing too much on the. But like again, I was too controlling. You get me? So there's a fine line, where I think it's it's a good thing and also a bad thing. So letting that go, just being open to, if you do the right thing, train people, be clear on what it is that you want to do, what you want them to do. Then it's up to them to do the work, and then you to support them.
So that's very true. You have to be able to, and what I see, what I notice from you is that where your strengths and weaknesses are, and you actually try to work on them. You actually try to get a better understanding of how to make yourself a better person, to make your business progress, or so that's one of the things that a lot of times we think we're doing something good, and then sometimes we're too close-minded to fucking actually understand that, hey, maybe we're not taking the right route, or maybe I'm fucking up a little bit. So that's very interesting. Now, as a business owner, as like you just explained right now, there's times where you fucking have to clock out very late. You just got off of work and came straight here, which I thank you for. But it's just like there has to be its perks as well, right?
For sure.
Those extra, maybe now you have a little bit more time to, actually enjoy, all the hard work that you've put into your company and stuff like that. What are some of the good things that come from owning a business? Because it's not all fucking horrible. It's not all fucking,
You wouldn't be doing it if it was terrible.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you kind of, try to, I know you golf a lot, and try to distraerte from work. What are some of the things that you do?
Yeah. So I golf a lot. So that's one of the things too. Like, so after a while that you do it, you do get to control your schedule.
Yeah.
To a degree, you are, if you put in the work. Now, you could control your schedule however you want. But if you're not doing the work and you're running a sloppy business, then you're not going to have the money. So we do it for now. It's like the scheduling. You control your schedule 100%. The money's good. The money's not bad. The money opens up opportunities. The relationships that you have.
Yeah.
The travel time. You get to pick it all. You're not restricted. You know what I mean? Like, you're your own, designer to your world. You get me? If you put in the work.
Yeah, definitely.
Golfing is my big thing right now. Golfing is my accordion right now.
Yeah.
Same thing too. I've had every single golf set too.
Oh,
the accordions. So same thing, but it's the same pattern. It's like copy paste, same thing. And so I get to golf whenever I want. So I have specific days. Like, I'll golf on Friday, and like that's my respected day. And right now I'm really being purposeful. For example, like, if I do all the work, then I'll reward myself, and I don't feel bad doing it
Yeah,
on that day. And then, just time with family, certain days, like, all right, I know I need to be home at this time and do this, so like
Si
those
no me
are,
van a golpear, and I get it, I get it.
and then all that. So, but yeah, just little things like that. They're little, but they're pretty big.
And now, one more question that I wanted to ask you. Are you planning on hiring me for the wedding, or is that
Under Plaza Norteña, or what's your new name?
There you fucking go, bro. Why you gotta do that?
I need you to bring back every single.
I will. You want to? I'll bring them back.
The Backstreet Boys are coming back. Why can't you?
Why can't I? No, yeah. Well, I was thinking of under Jorge Razo, but if you want to go ahead and do that, I'll get all the guys. I'll get
all the band back right now? Just solo?
Jorge Razo. Yeah, solo.
Sheesh, what an honor.
Fuck you.
What an honor.
Nah, man, it was again being controlling, trying to fucking keep the guys intact and trying to fucking do all this stuff. At one point, I was just like, you know what? I can't really truly make all the decisions that I want to. Again, like you did, and it's gonna be very hard for me to try to apply a new system into what the fuck is already created. So I'll just like let me open up my own thing, do my own thing. Be my own boss in a sense, but take a different approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take a different approach to how I think we can, be better in a certain in a certain sense. So that's why I want to go ahead and do that.
Surprised you didn't call it like Los Rasos Jr. or something.
I should have probably. It would have been. I think we could have fucking hung on to that fucking name or something.
You bring that name back, I might come back out from retirement.
Bro, I'll hire you as a accordion player. I mean, I wouldn't. It would take me. I would have to give you all my gig money in order for it to be worth your while. But
nah. But see, that's the thing now. Like now, I would gig for. Not that I would gig. But like, if you had a gig right here for like 2 hours right here, like those, like the ones that
I don't gig for 2 hours, bro.
Okay, but let's just say, you gig it for like 9 hours hostage. But if you were to gig right here, like let's just say at the barbershop, just like a little kickback, dude, I would do that thing for free, like for sure.
Hey, don't fucking tempt me, bro.
I'm surprised, dude. I thought there was gonna be musicos here. I thought there was gonna be a jam.
Well, that's why we brought I didn't bring the fucking accordion, bro. I was gonna bring a fucking accordion.
Don't worry, bro. I got you. Gentlemen, come in.
Oh, fuck.
No one's coming.
No one's coming. Joe was like,
Imagine though. We just have a crew come in.
You dab on guitar.
I suck,
Maybe
bro.
we can play a couple songs.
I'm not playing anything, bro.
Bro, I'll play the guitar. How about you sing?
I'm not singing, dude. I never sang in my prime. What the hell makes
What
you think
the
I'm
fuck
singing right now?
think I'm gonna sing now?
I'm not gonna sing.
Just a couple more questions I want to ask you,
going,
and
dude.
if you don't mind, I know, I promised you it was gonna take.
No, don't worry. Keep going. Don't worry about
time. What are some consejos que le puedes dar? Some. I try to keep it mainly English, bro, because if I start fucking moving stuff around, people are gonna get upset in the comments and be like, "Wow, you speaking English or Spanish, motherfucker?"
They hit you as the me no sabo kid, or what?
Nah, I'm not a yo no sabo. I definitely am
What
not
do they say in
that.
the comments?
Nah, they're just like, fucking, you're speaking English or Spanish? Like, fucking pick one, motherfucker.
That's hilarious.
Fucking asshole. I'm taking that fucking comment to the chest too. You know what I mean? But any fucking words of wisdom, any fucking. See, this is the problem about speaking Spanish is that I want to say consejo so bad, and at the moment I can't think of the fucking word.
Advice?
Any fucking advice. There you go. Thank you.
Tips?
Any tips, advice?
You can learn this on ChatGPT too.
Oh my fucking God.
For real.
Any advice that you would want to give, a young fucking entrepreneur, a young fucking, future business owner, a young you. You know what I mean?
Well, number one tip, like I would say, I don't even know if there's a tip, but I guess a tip, advice, just anything you're gonna do, just realize it's probably gonna be hard at first for probably a long time, whether that be, a couple months, years. That's been my story with real estate, golf, dude. Golf is the hardest thing too. Music, these things are all hard, so it's gonna just know that's gonna be hard. There's no shortcuts.
I don't play golf, bro. And I've noticed that like people get real fucking frustrated with fucking golf.
That's why I like it, because dude, it's like the accordion. You get me?
Yeah.
Like the hours and time that you put into is what you get. You get me? And and one thing I hate sucking.
Yeah.
It's weird because you have to suck for a long time, but I also hate sucking. Sometimes I played, I kid you not. Sometimes I played and I forgot that I like playing to play just to prove other people that
Just
I was
to
better than
fucking
them.
fuck you, man.
Yeah, so that's one, just realize that it's going to be hard. So just, be okay with that. Just show up every day, put some time to it, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
How much you're, if you're passionate about it. If it's something, again, if it's something minor, yeah, I get it. You get me? Like you're playing, I don't know, if you're playing Uno on the side, it's like whatever. You get me? But like if you're doing something like this, like at music level or business, if you're be passionate about it and just understand that you're gonna have to put in the work. Get a good mentor, for sure.
Okay.
Get a mentor, at any cost. And again, that could look different for anyone. Like I can pull to any sections. You get me of life, like accordion. If we go back to that, dude, I had Marito showing me at the time.
And for the people that don't know about who the fuck Marito is, it's one of the fucking best accordion players out there.
So I only had like 3, I don't even say lessons. We just sat in the room and I just watched him. And he maybe showed me like a couple of scalas. And even with that, just watching, so proximity, that's another thing too. So hang tight with like some of these people. And that's something we did too. We started hanging out with like, dude, we were in the room with musicians that we should never been in at that time. But by being that close to them, you get better.
Yeah, definitely.
You get better and it elevates your game. So get a mentor, be around the best if you can, if possible. Sometimes it may require, that's why sometimes it's going to require you to go you're going to take the last position.
Yeah.
But at least you're in the room.
Yeah, definitely. Like how you did in that instance.
Yeah, real estate, same thing. So same thing. And then what else? What else?
Don't get frustrated. I think that's one of the
Put
big
in the
ones.
work. Yeah, and just stay curious.
Wow.
And don't do it for the money.
It'll come later.
Don't do it for the money.
But don't do it for that.
We gigged, and it was never for the money. It was just to start a band and hear us all playing together, and we started getting paid. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, thank you, Ray, for coming out here.
Absolutely, brother.
Thank you for fucking taking your time, bro. Thank you for taking your fucking time on. I know how busy you are, man. I'm happy that we finally got this done. We were supposed to do it prior to me stopping the whole recording.
Yeah, but you canceled.
You canceled, bro.
I never canceled. I never committed.
Yeah, you have a fucking point.
I never committed. There's a difference
That's
there.
such a fucking asshole response. Huh?
I never committed to it. I was busy.
Yeah.
I'm honest though, right?
You fucking asshole.
I don't want to lie to you.
Thank you for coming out here, bro. Thank you for taking the time.
Brother.
Thank you for fucking, talking to the audience here and man, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too, bro.
Thank you. Gio, anything you want to add before we take off out of here?
Does Gio have any questions?
He's married, bro. Relax. Fuck.
I have one.
What's up,
You can relate it to business if you want, but just anyone, period, who is close to quitting. I'm sure you were there many times. What would you say to them?
Damn,
That's
a good question. Don't cry, number one. Or cry sometimes, because you may need it. But when you're ready to quit, I think you just have to look at, because there's been times, dude. You just have to ask yourself, like, and this might sound corny, but like, how bad do you want it? But behind that is like, why? Why are you doing this? You get me? So like, for me, it was like I wanted to be good at accordion. I wanted to be decent at first, and then I wanted to be decent, and just be able to carry myself. Then it changes. You get me? Then after a while, you go through like, all right, now I want to be able to perform at at a certain level, or in real estate too. Rolling into business, you're gonna have hard times there too, and you just have to go back to why you started doing it. But I will say, like, even this is one cool thing that I'll tell you. So even when my buddy Scott, one of my closest friends still, he's the one that hired me into the business.
Yes.
I always go back to like when you have those frustrating spots and you need to take a break and take a step away and find what it is that you like. So like he used to tell me, like, this motherfucker was smart too. He would tell me when I have a bad slump and I felt like he knew like I wasn't gonna quit, but there was talks of that or feelings of that.
Yeah.
He would tell me, you just got to reset, take a step away, like, and we talked like, oh, what do you like doing? And at that time it was accordion. He's like, dude, just go home, play the accordion for like an hour, get that little zen spot.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And now it's like golf. You get me? So like, just go back, reset, but always remember why you started doing it. And then, but also like another thing too, when you're about to. Here's another good one too. If you're gonna quit, I like to. You guys probably should look into this. So Patrick Bet David.
Okay.
So PBD. I don't know if you've seen him.
Yeah.
Business guy. he says, choose your enemies. So like an enemy doesn't have to mean like, oh, I hate you like that, you know. But like when you're ready to quit, it can be like the guy who said, I knew you were gonna make it.
Yeah.
So pick that as your enemy to motivate you behind, what it is that you already have.
Yeah.
That's driving you not to quit.
Okay.
So little things like that, you get me?
Little. I don't even want to say little. It's just self motivation, understanding, a real understanding of what it is you want. I'm trying to generalize or kind of put together.
You could have an enemy, like it could be the club owner who rejecting you. Like, nah, watch, dude, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Definitely.
I'm gonna get better and I will play on the
I have
stage.
a couple of those. You know what I'm saying?
I can name them, dude.
I have a fucking. You want to name them?
I can't.
No.
I don't know. I don't know anybody in the game, but
No. I'm saying like, you want to name your enemies or?
I got no enemies. I have no enemies.
No, I have a couple people that were just like, you guys are never gonna fucking do shit with your lives, blah blah, this and this.
Yeah, but see the form.
Like, all right, motherfucker.
We were raised with the word enemy being like someone who wants to kill you.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
like it could be as minor someone who you want to prove wrong.
Who you want to prove wrong, definitely.
So like even like my dad was like a version of an enemy. You get me? When he said you're not gonna be able to do it, so that motivated me. But then you cross that path, and that's only a motivation for that period of time. You get me? Now you have to find a new one, or
definitely.
a motivation or an enemy version of it.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Because at the same time, like you're saying, it's not somebody that you hate or you want to fucking kill or whatever. Because fucking, it's your dad, bro. Like anymore, they get the guys, I fucking hate my dad or whatever.
Square up
but
my dad.
It's just fucking get down with your square up, pop. Nah. But it was that couple words that he fucking told you that got you like, all right, I'm gonna prove you wrong right here.
Yeah.
And once you prove him wrong, or you in a sense prove to yourself that. Maybe you're not gonna say, "Oh, I proved you wrong," right? But you prove to yourself that you actually got this done. Then you're like, oh, "Okay, like, I'm over it."
You're thinking you're gonna prove them wrong, but then you end up proving yourself right.
Exactly.
So it's just driver. So I'll close it out with that.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, thank you, Ray Miramontes, the Mira team.
Check us out.
Instagram is
Ray Miramontes _ realtor. So you can find us on there. Check us out.
Check out the content. Check out the houses, all the properties that he has listed. If you guys have any questions about real estate, contact him directly, or the people that he has working for him or with him.
Yep.
Anything else, Gio? That's all we got, man. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Destapando las perlights me amanezco, escuchando los corridos que yo quiero. Con amigos me la paso bien contento, camaradas siempre andan al 100%. Son muy pocos los que confianza les tengo.